What's up, guys? In this video we're going to go stock up that AI smart cooler at our truck accessory shop and of course collect all the money from the snack machine. Remember guys, if you like these style of videos, make sure you leave them a like. Alright guys, enjoy the show. What's up guys, it's Matt with Galaxy Games 843 back with another vending collection video. We're back at our truck accessory shop and we've had so many questions regarding the Haha Vending AI smart coolers. It's time to do another video from this location and talk more about these smart coolers and how well they're doing for us. So we've seen all the comments. I think we've replied to just about all of them in the previous videos. Here today you can see there's a lot of things sold and missing from this machine. Now, funny story. So we actually, for our first stock, we did the blue Red Bull at the top. This location told us they also want the pink Red Bull. So we're going to do half pink and half blue this time. But what we didn't film was our next visit. 1 week after this visit, we actually had to come back and fill up a ton more pink because the pink was way more popular. So we didn't film that, but we just stocked it up. And then the next video from this location will be basically a 2-trip number collection, because since this machine doesn't take cash, it only takes credit cards. We're not actually pulling any cash, but we'll go over all the numbers with you as we release these videos for this location. And like I was saying, this spot here, this cooler has done super well, so much better than the previous regular full-line vending machine we had at this location. If you remember, we had our Royal 650-10 live view machine here, and it was starting to show its age. It was doing things. We've actually moved that over to our brake and alignment shop, and it's doing well over there. But this AI smart cooler from Haha Vending is just doing amazing here at this location. I mean, you saw how many things were sold. We've gotten multiple sales where people are buying 1, 2, even 3 items at the same time, and it's never had a single error on tracking what was sold or how much it's charged people, things like that. It's just been doing so well for us. So we're going to get this machine stocked up, and one thing I will say is stocking it up can be a little bit challenging because people tend to take things from the front, and you're stocking from the front, so you'll have to move some things around as you stock up. So that can be a little bit challenging, but otherwise, I've got no complaints for this machine. Some people have been worried about people stealing from the machine or trying to trick the cameras, and that just has not been the case for us. We've had some questions like what happens if they unplug the machine or if the power goes out. Well guys, if that happens, the door stays locked. It's on like a solenoid lock system, and the only way to open it is by swiping your credit card, or in my case, when I've got the app, and we're going to get more into the app later in this video. So if you want to learn more about the AI vending app, stick around towards the end of the video. We're going to be doing some changes and everything like that in the app, and setting numbers and prices and things like that. So keep watching to the end of the video if you want to learn more about how the app works. But right now we're just getting everything stocked up. And one thing I will say is each time I come here, I do change the machine around a little bit. I'll add more of one thing and subtract something else that's not selling. That's kind of the beauty of these machines. They're fully customizable, and you can basically do however you want. You can stock things however you want, make as much or as little of any certain product as you want. And I'm also, once we get into the Discord portion of this video, when we talk about the Discord, I'm going to show an example of someone else who has their setup as a combo machine, and it looks really cool. They've got drinks on the top, they've got snacks on the bottom, and it looks really awesome. And I know it's doing really well for them. So before we get into too much more about this machine, let's just say, guys, if you want to get one of these Haha Vending AI smart coolers, we can save you some cash, but you have to do it just like it says in the description. You need to contact Wency over at Haha Vending. Her phone number is in the description. You can either call or text her. She'll give you all the catalogs with prices for all the sizes of machines and everything like that. But if you tell her Matt from Galaxy Games 843 sent you, she's going to give you a discounted price. So that's the only way to do it. You have to talk to Wency, and you have to call or text her. You can't just go on their website and say, I want more information, because you're going to get a different person who we don't have the arrangement set up with. And, full disclaimer, guys, I do get a small commission for that. So I want to make sure you guys know that I do get a small commission when somebody does, contact Wency, tell her that I sent you and get a discount. I also get a small commission too. But I want to be completely clear. This machine, even if I wasn't getting a commission for helping with those, I would still be singing this machine's praises. This machine has been absolutely awesome for us. And when we talk about the actual money that this machine is generating compared to the previous machine, you're going to see why. So like I said, we're stocking this machine up. This has been a 2-week service collection, so there's definitely a lot missing. And but we're going to be making some changes. We're going to take out things like that iced tea. You see, the iced tea didn't sell very well. We're going to take out the Celsius. I think we sold 1 Celsius. So we're going to add more of what's been selling. So the Mountain Dew, obviously, just like the previous machine, the Mountain Dew here sells so well. The Monster Energy sells pretty well. And like I said, the Red Bull Blues, they sold pretty well too, about half. But we're going to move those over to the left, and we're going to add the pink Red Bulls. I think those are the berry edition to the right. And we're going to do half and half to try out. And like I said, I was monitoring the app to see what the inventory levels were looking like. And 1 week in, all the pink were sold and most of the blue were still left. So we actually went back, didn't film a video, but we actually went back and did all pink on the top row and moved some of that blue down, I think, next to the Monster. So I can't remember if we take out, I think we took out the Celsius in this video and added more Monster, but I don't think we take out the iced tea in this video. I think the iced tea we did off camera in our weekly visit, right? Because until we get everything figured out, I want to make sure this machine is nice and stocked up because I don't want to lose any money. So there we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and get stocking up the rest of these things. Again, more Monster. I think we're going to leave the iced tea for this trip, but I think the next time we come, we take it. So in the next video, you won't see any iced tea because we've been here every week for the past 3 weeks while we try to get it right. Maybe we are taking the iced tea out. I can't remember what else we do over there. Oh, I think I know what we're doing. We're going to add some Dr. Pepper. Somebody out there in the comments called me out for not having Dr. Pepper in the machine, and you guys are 100% right. So we're going to put some Dr. Pepper in there. And again, because I'm making all these changes, I need to update everything in the product map inside the app. So at the end of the video, we're going to make sure all of our product maps are correct, all of our pricing is correct, all of our par levels are correct. And what par level means is just how many items of each thing that can hold. So for example, I just put in 7 Dr. Peppers because they're only in one row. So I've got 7 Dr. Peppers in there. So the par is going to be 7 because that's how many Dr. Peppers this machine can hold with the way I currently have it set up. So we'll explain more of that, kind of how we set up our product maps for NIACs, things like that. Par is just a number that we use to determine what the machine can hold. So if the machine was at full capacity, how many of that item would be in the machine? And in the Dr. Pepper case, it's 7. So there we go. All right, so we've got most everything stocked up. We're moving all the Red Bull Blues over to the left. We're going to start adding those Red Bull Pinks in, and then we're going to get everything full. So while we're doing that, guys, let's talk about the Galaxy Vending Discord. So if you guys remember, we had the Extreme Vending Discord, which has been now converted to a support Discord for rainy machines. So it's no longer just a vending and claw machine Discord. But the new one has been born. It's the Galaxy Vending Discord. You can find all the link for that down in the description of this video. If you want to talk with more like-minded people about starting your vending business, growing your vending business, sharing best practices, all that good stuff. And we're going to start with our first post share today. This one coming in from JT. I said JT has a little bit larger of one of the AI smart coolers from Haha Vending. And take a look at this setup. We've got 3 rows of drinks on the top and 3 rows of snacks on the bottom, and look how awesome that looks. So that's what's so great about these machines, is they're completely customizable and you can do them however you want to do them. It's really cool. In this picture, I think, like I said, I think this is the larger version of the machine. I have the smaller version because for my first machine, I wanted to try out the smaller version, but when I place my next order for one of these machines, I might have to go with one of these larger machines, especially if we're putting them into our secret location or something like that, because that location, it's just we go on a weekly basis and we have to stock so many things up. It would just be nice to have some more capacity and more options for that location because it's just doing so well. So yeah, so JT, thank you so much for sharing this picture. Your setup looks awesome there. I really like how you have everything organized, and it just looks really good. So thank you so much for sharing. All right, let's go ahead and share one more while we're stocking up the sodas in there. This one coming in from 1 quarter at a time. This one talking about NIAC's extended gain antennas, or high gain antennas, whatever you want to call them. So for example, I've got these on my machines at the secret location. It's kind of in a desolate area and the cellular service isn't the best. Plus it's in kind of a fortified building, so that also stops cellular signals. When I first set up the location, I was having some trouble with the Nayax readers maintaining good connections. So I added these high gain antennas from Nayax, and that did the trick. So you can see in this example, 1/4 at a time states the location with low cell service on Nayax was getting 16, which is the RSSI number, which is like the strength of signal with the stock antenna. But when they put the high gain antenna on, it went up to 21. And just so you know, the numbers for the antennas, it's not like a typical percentage or anything like that. From what Nayax told me, I think the best number you can have is like a 24 to 30 or something like that. So 16 wasn't bad, but I could see where there'd be like missed opportunities for connections. But 20, 21 is much better. So this is one option if you ever have an area that needs better coverage for your Nayax readers. So you can go to shop.nayax.com. Now my code won't work for the high gain antennas. It only works for VPOS touch credit card readers. But what's really cool about those is they do really help create a better signal for your readers. And if you do want to get readers at a discount, make sure you use that promo code GalaxyGames843. That's going to take instant money off VPOS touch credit card readers if you want to add those to your machines. So there we go. That's pretty cool. All right, where are we at on this drink machine? So basically, we've got everything stocked up. I'm going to go ahead and close the door so the door will auto lock. I am going to log into the AI Vending app, and we're going to do, I don't know, can you see it on camera? I might not have gotten a good angle on the camera here. I'm trying to realize, yeah, I don't think I got the greatest angle. And I was just looking at it now. Before the end of the video, though, I should get a better angle and we should do some actual work in the app. So there we go. All right, so let's talk about the money. So the drink machine, again, there's no cash collected. It's strictly credit card sales. If you remember, some of our previous collections were in the $200 range on a bi-weekly basis, maybe even $250. So this drink machine, again, it's doing much better. So for 2 weeks, between all the credit cards collected, the total amount for the drink machine was $352.25. That's for 2 weeks. So that's pretty good. Okay. Mrs. Galaxy Games 843 is going to take over on the snack machine. She's going to get everything stocked up. We will collect the money from the snack machine and go over those numbers in just a minute. Let's move on to the next post in the Galaxy Vending Discord. This one coming in from 1/4 at a time, talking about how you store your singles or how you kind of keep track of it. 1/4 at a time started, looks like rubber banding $25 bundles, especially for when locations want to buy ones. That way that you don't have to recount it. I do something similar, but I do mine in $100 strap bundles. I just ordered a big pack of $100 straps off Amazon. And now when a location needs ones, I'll just bring them 100 or 200 or 300, depending on how much they need. And it's all pre-counted for me. Another cool thing about that is my bill counter, which you've seen at the Galaxy Vending Money Counting Station in the previous video. It will do batches of 100 for me. So it'll count out 100, so I can just go ahead and wrap them with a strap, and it's really convenient. So that's the one thing I do. But guys, let us know in the comments, how do you handle all of your singles? Do you do something like this? Do you use rubber bands or straps, or what denominations do you do them in? Let us know in the comments what works for you. I also find it beneficial too when I'm going to the bank to make a deposit to have them pre-counted in $100 straps. And I'm kind of retentive. I put them all in the same direction, and the bank seems to really appreciate that. So those are all things you can do to help your transactions at your local bank or your business bank, whatever you want to call it, go smooth in the future. Okay, moving on to the next post, another one from Baby Grumper Vending. If you remember in a previous video, we featured, he was set up at like a festival or a fair. It looks like Baby Grumper Vending set up at fair number 2, and a lot more machines on display. This one looks really cool. We said lots of bulk vending machine on the left, lots of bulk vending machines on the right. We got a mini claw there in the back, a nice little information table with that big banner that says free machines for your business. Baby Grumper Vending. You must be doing really well with getting some new locations set up like this. But definitely let us know if you're watching the video. Share in the comments how many locations you're getting, how it's going for you. Is this worth it? I know you've posted in the Discord that you did get some locations from the previous time you did it, but let us know this time, because this setup seems even better. So let us know in the Discord how well that's going, and if you've seen, big results from that. That's really cool. Okay, let's move on. Another one from Baby Grumper Vending, and this was the last one I wanted to share today. It looks like setting up a new bulk toy mix called Electro Toy Mix. And let me just get a screenshot of it. This comes from SSM Vending, and I want to say there's some really cool stuff in there. It looks like some fidget toys, but also looks like there's a possibility for some earbuds or some wireless earbuds. Looks like a small MP3 player. Looks like a little mini Simon game, some Tamagotchi, like all kinds of cool stuff in there. I would think that would drive some quarters from everyone, and I think you could do $1 per vend on things like this. Looks like those MP3 players even might have SD cards in them. How cool is that? Of course, too, I'm sure the majority of the stuff is kind of those fidget toys, but you never know what you're going to get. That's kind of how vending works, right? I'm sure there's a lot less of the actual electronic toys in the mix, but there's still going to be some in there, so you never know. All right, let's move on back to the snack machine. Mrs. Galaxy Games got everything all filled up. We're doing the money collection. Again, the snack machine never does near as well as the drink machine. So the total amount collected for 2 weeks for the snack machine between coins, cash, and credit cards was $66. Okay, adding both machines together, that's the drink machine and the snack machine for 2 weeks. The total amount collected between all the credit card payments and all the cash from the snack machine was $418.25. One of our better collections for 2 weeks. And guys, I got to say, it's only going to get better. The more we stock the drink machine with what the people want, the better it's going to be. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing some manual counts, just looking through the glass. And again, I see my camera angle isn't the best. I'm going to try and do a better job with the camera angle in the next video. Well, maybe we can see a little bit here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually adding products. And what's really cool about when you're building your product map is the Haha Vending Company has pretty much any item in their inventory already. You just have to search it out. So all I did was I typed Red Bull Pink, and it gave me all these different options of the Red Bull Pink that I can add into my machine. So I just selected the correct one, and then you can see in my top row I've got Red Bull Blue and Red Bull Pink, and I'm just setting the par amounts, how much it costs, all that good stuff. And then now I'm down to the next row. You can see I've got the Monster there. I need to change the par amount because we added an extra row of Monster. And I'm going to need to remove the iced tea and add in the Dr. Pepper. And it's all really easy to do through the app. I know, like I said, I know the angle isn't the best for the camera here, and I apologize for that, guys. Right now I have to search out Dr. Pepper and find what Dr. Pepper options they have. And they have basically every kind of Dr. Pepper in every size available. You just need to find which one you're putting in your machine to put into your product map. It's really cool. So again, I'm going to set the par levels and the price right there in the app, and then I'm going to save everything. And the very last thing I need to do is then update the inventory. Because when you stock up a machine, of course, your inventory changes. You're adding more things to the machine. So that's what's going on here. What else? I think I'm changing other things around. Maybe because I can't remember what I changed earlier in the lower point. I think maybe I added one more row of Mountain Dew and subtracted one row of Pepsi. So I'm going to need to add 7 more Mountain Dews for par and 7 less Pepsis for par, if that makes sense. There we go. Okay. So I got the product map updated. Now I'm going into the actual inventory levels to make sure my counts are correct. And, usually I do this after I leave the location, but as I'm getting more familiar with this machine and making changes on the fly, I'm going to start doing it in front of the machine just so I make sure I get my numbers right. But once I get comfortable with that, I'll be able to do that. Usually what I do is I'll leave the location, go sit back in the vending SUV, turn on the air conditioning, and then make my changes there in the parking lot. Well, I'll still do that for the snack machine this time when I do my inventory changes, but that's typically what I do. So guys, if you have questions about Haha Vending AI Smart Coolers, put them down in the comments. I've been responding to all the comments in the for the smart coolers. Wency's been jumping in the comments. She's been answering questions too and being so cool. So thank you, Wency, for all that you do for the viewers out there, for answering the questions, and for offering the discount for working with me. I really do appreciate that. One more reminder, guys, if you guys want to get an AI Smart Cooler from Haha Vending, again, all the information is in the description. You need to contact Wency. That's the only way to do it, and tell her Galaxy Games 843 sent you. All right, guys, we got everything closed up. It's time to start making our way outside. One more reminder, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 100,000 subscribers this year. We would really appreciate your help. And of course, smash that like button too. It helps other users find the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this informational video today regarding the smart coolers. Thank you so much for watching. It's time to wrap this video up, guys. Once again, this is Matt with Galaxy Games 843. We'll see you next time.